Is it just us? Okay. All right, well, good morning, everyone, from a Vista Resort in Myrtle Beach.
It is... Debbie's here. You about to get on the thing.
All right.
Different elevator, no one else in it. We're here at the Vista Resort, and Debbie has arrived, and she's doing her stuff. We're on the top floor, and our roof is leaking. So after the gym, we're going to have to pack up our stuff, all of our groceries, and move rooms.
Yeah, that's no fun. But we are headed to the gym, and I'm proud of that we're doing that on a vacation. That's done. I actually enjoyed that.
Me too.
It was fun going to the gym together because we haven't done that in a while. I have to look at my stats. I'll put them here so you can see. I feel like I kind of took it slow at the beginning so I can take off at the end or something I'm trying to practice. So that, excuse me, that was good.
Yeah, so I really enjoy my workout too. I've been doing the same thing that Kristen's been doing, where like I've been starting slow and then working.
It's not like I've been doing it.
Yeah, and I just started too, but it was great because I started at running at 4.3, then I did that for a mile, walked 0.1, did 4.5 for half a mile, walked 0.1, and then finished out at 5, and that was great. So
I had it says I did 30 minutes, 2.03 miles, 14 minute and 58 second mile pace. I'm good with that because I'm just trying to stay under 16, or I'm trying to get at 16 so I can finish the half marathon. So anything under that will give me time to stop and go to the bathroom or meet a character or something. So I'm happy with that. And I wasn't really doing like that great with paying attention to my timing. Didn't get great sleep last night, so I feel like I was a little tired. So I really kind of just looked at my watch and paid attention to my body more, which could be good. So I'm like, you know what, I'm feeling tired. I'm gonna look, and when I get to the next like 30-second increment, then I'm gonna walk. And then after I was like, okay, I feel like I caught my breath, then I would start to run again. And then once I started to feel like I need to slow down. So it wasn't like I did like a clean like walk a minute, run a minute. I kind of paid attention to what my body was telling me, which could be a good thing because it allowed me to stay within pace. So, I mean, I think that's good. So I thought I'd step outside and kind of show you guys what it looks like here for Tropical Storm Debby. I think she's a tropical storm. Nobody's in the amenities right now down here. They took that little pole thing right here. There was a covering on that, and it like the mushroom top that allows the water to come down for the kids. That is, oh, there it is. I think they moved it over here to the ground. That has been taken down. I'm not even sure if it's open out here. I don't even know if they're allowing people to the outside amenities. We'll have to see, because we had thought it would be a good idea to come and use the outside stuff if everybody's inside, so it won't be so crowded. But I'm not even sure if it's open. So we'll have to see about that. But even in the midst of all this, you know, I thank God. I thank God for our safety. I thank God that we have a roof over our heads. I thank God that we have power still.
Changing it up today.
Yeah.
Getting on the bikes.
I have to adjust this. Somebody small with short was sitting here last. I am 5'8". So I've gotta, there we go. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we were offered, our aunt offered to watch the kids again this morning, but we're typically training Tuesday, Thursday, and then Friday or Saturday for the long run. But since Debbie is Debbying, we don't have anything else to do, and it'll help counteract some of the excess food. So yeah, let's do it.
And by excess food, she means We're still eating everything in the hotel room and homemade. But sometimes you can have junk still. But we're not going out still like we told y'all in the previous video. So I can't tell you the last time I've been on a bike, period. Because I don't like them. I just feel like they're uncomfortable. So we'll see how it goes. No. I mean, I haven't gone yet. I haven't started yet, to be fair.
It doesn't have that.
It's not the bike seat.
Versus the one like
So,
that.
yeah. Like the bike seat, that's a no-go for me. But the sitting one, let's just do something different. Trying something new. Speaking of bored, Kristen has left. She's found her way over to the treadmill because she's so bored on the bike. It's like sometimes you want to try something new and it's like, but do I really? Like, I don't know if that's something new. So we're all done. We're heading back to the room. I did the bike for 30 minutes. My butt's kind of tingly. It just does a lot of muscles I don't normally do. I hate the bike, but I stuck with it. And Chris is super sweaty because she ran a mile. In addition to doing the bike, like I showed you already, how she got.
For a few minutes, but I didn't like it. I didn't feel like it was doing anything.
One of the bikes was broken. Like even though she kept increasing the resistance, it wouldn't like increase the pedal resistance.
I wanted like to feel something, you know, and it wasn't. So then there were two girls that were running really fast on the treadmill. I was like, I want to run now. So I did, and I did about a 15-minute mile, which is not bad for an off day.
Definitely not getting outside in this.
Zooming on that flooding over there.
Yeah, that's the parking garage, all the flooding over there. And the wind just like hasn't stopped. All the trees are just this wind brush all day. I just dropped family off to go bowling. We got sandbags in the parking garage. Wind's are crazy. The exit here. There's a thing that goes there, that goes down, lets you out, and then up. It's blown off somewhere. Like absolutely crazy. I mean, just look at what I'm about to exit into. Look at this. Look at these gusts. Look at my man there about to run over sideways. It is 4 mile, no, oh my goodness, not 4 mile. Help me, Jesus. 6.5 miles today. So my mom is coming over to watch the kids. Chris is finished getting them ready and getting herself ready. And this time, unlike our last video, I'm gonna have proper fuel and I'm eating 2 bananas beforehand, in addition to my coffee and water, electrolyte water. So trying to properly fuel the morning of big run. Trying some new hydration. We decided to get this just for like the long runs. This one actually has like calories in it and caffeine, so we'll see how this goes.
Good morning. I know Will already introduced this segment, but we're here getting ready to do our long run. It is the longest run will be the longest run we've ever done. We've never done anything close to 6.5. Like even when we did 5 miles 2 weeks ago, we had ran like 4.6 before. So we'd essentially, you know, when you're that close, you can wrap your mind around it, but this is the furthest we will have ever done. So we will see how it goes. I'm sure it will be fine. But let me show you guys some of this like flooding stuff from Debbie. So there's usually water, but it's a lot more just along the sides than normal.
Debbie's doing a lot, y'all.
But I'm glad with the way, you know, the infrastructure, the way that they do things, the water is not coming all up on the middle of the path, which I think is good.
And the path that we're running on is raised, so I mean, it won't
Right.
be water on the edges, but probably not on the actual path itself.
And we loaded up with bug spray because with all this extra water, there's mosquitoes. Normally this is all clear and it's completely covered. It's gonna give us like a trail run if it stays like this the whole time.
Gotta watch out for any balloons.
Yeah.
It could be slick and slippery.
Yeah. I thought about that. I was like, I wonder what the trail is gonna be like just a few days after a tropical storm. So
Getting our answers.
So we were just talking about how, like, now that we're pushing these distances, we have to have the hydration belt or backpack or vest. Like, this little Mickey bag is a great bag, but it's not made for this. And also holding your water bottle. I mean, some people do it, but holding a water bottle for 6+ miles, I'm not really interested in that. So we've gotta, you know, we have backpacks from when we lived in Maryland and we were into hiking, and we
like REI backpacks, so we're gonna try and bust those out and try and make those work.
Because they have the hydration spot where you can put a like a flask in, and so we're gonna try to use that and see how those work first before buying something new. But this is not cutting it, so we. Whoa,
What's that, turtle or something?
it was loud.
Dropped in.
Okay.
You know, that's typical nature, Florida.
But anyway, it was fine for, you know, the first few miles, first few weeks, getting, you know, we're in week 6. Whoa, okay, sorry, that scared me. I thought I saw a snake.
You never know.
Wood.
Y'all, we never know.
No, you don't. I'm not even afraid of snakes, but I also don't want to be like, I want to give them their space because there are some that are poisonous. But anyway, yeah, it worked for a while, but now we're getting to the meat of the training and we need to kind of step up our hydration. And we also got, I don't know, did you tell them about the new
Yeah.
okay, you already told them about the new
electrolyte powder, so
okay.
we'll see how that works. I mean,
Yeah.
I already tasted it a little bit. It tastes good. It tastes like it's watered down, which honestly is good. I don't want, if it has like sugar and calories, but I don't want it to taste like Gatorade. You know, I feel like Gatorade tastes heavy,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. I don't know why. It just, I don't like it being that powerful of a
Yeah,
taste.
but we realized our other ones didn't have any our other hydration stuff doesn't have any calories and it doesn't have any sugars. And so then once we hit that wall, then we're wondering why, like, oh my goodness, I can't bounce back. Well, that's why, because all the glucose and all that stuff that's been stored up is gone. So
Yeah.
now, you know, we'll let you guys know how it goes.
1 mile in,
15:25.
15:25. We're doing 5-minute run, walk for 1:30. Not doing distance this time, so we'll keep you posted on how it goes. 16:24 pace for second mile. About 30 minutes in, and we are taking a little bit of an extended walk break just to make sure we're refueling every 30 minutes. I mean, I'll put it in here, but it's hot, and the real feel is hot. So we like to call the bat cave. Little bats in here. You can hear them. Chris will be looking through this place. It's disgusting. Mile 3 done. 16:57. Going to be adjusting our intervals again, so we're going to do 3 minutes running, 1 minute walking.
We're just talking while we're on a walk break because we are at like 3.17 miles and I'm just feeling tired. And I've hydrated. I've had 2 bananas and an apple. Like, I'm not hungry, you know, but it's just frustrating because I was like, let's just try to run a clean 16 minutes for each mile, which I felt would be doable. And the first one, I think we did it in 15:25. And then since then, it's been in the 16s. And I just feel discouraged by that because I understand that your runs are supposed to be easy runs. A good bit of them are. But I also understand, and I know it's hot, like I know the conditions are bad, but in my mind it's hard for me to shift because I know that if it was race day, I would be getting swept. And it's hard for me to get that out of my head because you have to go at least a 16 mile and a 16-minute mile. And in my mind, that sounds like it should be so easy. I know that that's a slow mile. I know that the balloon ladies are walking that. And so in my mind, all that goes in my head. And then I'm like, forget it. I just gotta walk for a minute until I can get my head back in the game. Because I'm like, forget this. I should just walk the last 3 miles because what's the point?
Yeah, and in my mind, I'm like, it's not race day. It's not race day conditions. You're worried about something 4 months from now, 3 months from now. So we need to kind of back off a little bit. Like, the point is to finish and just get it done.
Yeah.
We need to stop holding ourselves to race day standards when it's not race day. And there's race day factors that you can't recreate on regular training days. You cannot recreate race day momentum, race day adrenaline. You can't recreate any of that. So,
that's true.
So those are huge factors. So coming from someone who did competitive cross country, race day adrenaline is real, and race day adrenaline gets you moving. So, and it gets you moving for an extended period. So, not to mention like the cheering, seeing the parks, the motivation of the crowd, the motivation of the mile markers, like all of those things that we can't recreate. So I think it's good to take a break, to have this conversation and kind of just readjust. Like, it is not about pace, it's about finishing. And as my cross-country coach said from high school, it is not about the time, it is the mileage on your legs. That's what matters. Because when race day actually comes, your body is going to be able to kick it. The same way that if an alligator started chasing us, our body would be able to kick it. So, and by kick it, I mean go faster. So, yeah, I'm not kicking an alligator, like, God forbid. But yeah, so this is a good conversation to have, and just some mental rework to do to make these long runs, honestly, more enjoyable.
Yeah, more enjoyable.
Because otherwise, then it makes the long runs very tasky. And if there's one thing that has made Kristen and I fail in our fitness journey over the several years, it's when exercise becomes tasky, then we will fall off. So it's time to kind of readjust from that. Yeah.
You're right.
6 miles down. Half a mile left. Covered in sweat, head to toe, top to tail. Let's get it done. 6.5 is done. We're walking back to the car, trying to get out of this buggy area. And we did it just shy of 2 hours. So the run is done.
Yeah, so we finished our run. I'll put the stats here. We did it in under 2 hours. Strava cut off at 6.46 for some reason, but when I was recording, I physically watched it go to 6.5, and I saw that it was around like an hour and 50 something minutes. It didn't get to the 2 hour mark before we stopped, but for some reason when I pressed the stop button and for it to record, it dropped down to 6.46. I'm not, obviously, it is what it is. We still did it. Anyway, quickly, just wrapping things up. We're proud of ourselves because that's the furthest we've ever run. And for the rest of the long runs that we have, each time is going to be a distance record for us, which is really awesome. And, around 2.5 to 3 miles, I think, is when I mentally had a block. We posted in this video us talking through that block. And a reminder is just to run the mile you're in. I was thinking too far ahead. I was not even at 3 miles or right before 3 miles. And I'm freaking out because I was like, I don't think I can get to, how can I, if I'm feeling this tired now, how can I get to 6 miles? And I have to remember, run the mile you're in, focus on the mile you're in, and adjust. You know, at first we started out with 5-minute intervals of running, and then that felt too long. And then we dropped it down to 3, and that was fine for a while. And then at the end, for the last 2 miles, we did, we dropped it down to run for 2 minutes and walk a minute. So we went from run 5 minutes to run 5, walk 1, run 3, walk 1, run 2, walk 1. And I think it was good that we just took some time to adjust. And, you know, it's good that I felt I could be honest with Will, like, you know, I need to drop down a little bit. And something that I was doing is like being like, you know, leave me, like you can leave me if you're tired or if you're not tired like I am. And he was just like, you need to stop doing that. We're a team and I want to work with you through any mental blocks you have, and I would want you to, you know, he'd want me to do the same thing for him. And each time we push through and do something that's hard like this that we've never done before, it builds that mental toughness and belief in ourselves that we can do this. When I start noticing my thoughts going south, start trying to reframe immediately. Even if Will's with me, speak up immediately. I let it go on for like several minutes. And I just need to say, I need a mindset check. You know, we also switched to worship music around that 3 mile mark. First we were listening to like some 2000s like music that we grew up on, some like fast upbeat 2000s music. And there's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, we felt like we needed to switch to worship music. Not because like we're judging the secular music or don't think it has a place, but we just like when we needed to dig deep, we needed to lean on God to give us that strength to reframe and the strength to keep pushing our bodies when we wanted to stop. You know, I needed to lean on the strength of the Lord to get me through those next three miles or so. And being able to worship while running, listening to upbeat worship music, helped me to reframe that every step I took was through the Lord and worship to the Lord. You know, songs about it's his breath and every breath we take is because of him and his worship. And so when I'm running and I'm thinking about every step I take, every breath I take is worship to the Lord and it is because of the Lord, it just helped me to have the strength I needed in a different way that secular music just could not do for me. So I think each has its place, and I'm glad that we were able to make that shift. But yeah, 6.5 miles are done. The stats should have shown already or should be up while I'm talking. And that is a wrap for week 6. If you are, thank you for joining us and cheering us on, and we will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.